that cloud seeding is booming. They anticipate at least another 200 ground cloud seeding machines to be put in before next season.
Ginger, this is such a cool concept, but is it too good to be true? I mean, how do we know that the chemicals that they're spraying from the air aren't bad for us or the planet?
The good news is we've been doing this since the 1940s and 50s. Other countries do it, and there have been a lot of research projects that have shown that the silver iodide, for example, is not found. It's negligible once it gets down to ground level.
So, again, I don't want to be too skeptical, but is there anything wrong with manipulating nature like this?
I think that's the question we should have asked when we built every single parking lot and every rooftop. We have been manipulating weather with us for a very long time. We have been manipulating weather for a very long time.
That roar is not coming from a snow machine. Instead, the plume you see are tiny aerosol particles. It's the first technology in the country to test ways to brighten clouds in an effort to cool the globe.
This system is composed of 3 main components.
In these tanks, Jessica Medrado and a group of scientists from the University of Washington's Marine Cloud Brightening Program are mixing salt and water and using a compression system to test if this machine can distribute the right size particles. They say Alameda provides the perfect cloud conditions over the bay.
If you make the particles that are too small, they are not going to create the effect that you want in this marine cloud. If you make them too big, they will actually create or induce raining clouds.
The goal? To mimic the effects of pollution in a cleaner way, using salt water to brighten clouds, which they hope will then reflect more sunlight back into space to help cool the Earth. Still in the early phases, Program Director Sarah Doherty says right now they need to figure out if it's even possible and how much impact it could have.
To understand, so with something like marine cloud brightening, you're not going to just reverse global warming. So it's really important how it plays out in the climate system will depend on where you can brighten clouds and how much.
Cal State East Bay professor Elena Giventel is excited about the research, but cautions that as Earth continues to heat up, the various ideas for cooling the world are not without controversy.
While there are certain benefits from trying to cool the environment, we're not quite sure what kind of negative effects.
Doherty believes reducing emissions is the most important tool, but says that alone won't be enough.
We are kind of locked in at this point, committed to significant climate disruption. So the question is, are there other things we can do to help reduce suffering and impacts? And this might be one of them.
The group of researchers plan to be here throughout the summer. They also hope that they can make this an educational experience for those who visit the museum. In Alameda, Belina Jones, NBC Bay Area News.
Hi, I'm Victor Klein. I'm leader of TNL. And we have a policy for net zero emissions by 2030 to stop the rising waters. If we wait another 20 or 30 years like Liberal, Labor and the Independent want, we'll be in deep water. So if you live in the federal seat of North Sydney and you care about real action on climate change, vote 1 Victor Klein. Before it's right there in the sky. The few that rule many, yeah, we all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man's trickery. It's the few that rule many, we all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man plans traps and trickery. Woke up this morning to a blue sky day. Planes overhead spread on my blue sky day away. Children ask you, Daddy, tell me to the skies. Where have all the blue skies gone all heaven?
Right in front of your eyes, right there in the skies, right there in your eyes.
Contrails, not the chemicals, the contrails occur because of cold air, minus 30. It takes a high altitude, around 30,000 feet plus. There's carbon dioxide and water vapor in that exhaust. That turns to ice crystals, and that's what you see, the white stream behind it. Those white crystals of ice form up, dissolve, and the smoke goes away. And it never lasts more than a minute. What we're seeing now, and I first could not believe it, and I started looking at the skies, and these are not normal, they're not natural. There's something going on, I don't know who it is or why they're doing it. All I can testify is it's not natural and it's not normal. It's got to be some outside influence doing that. Thank you.
I'm here to give you testimony that chemtrails, they're not contrails, are indeed real. They're spraying almost every day. I watch the clouds and watch the spraying program going on. I want to tell you that we're in very great danger from the pollution that's coming down over us. And we've been led astray by the military-industrial complex, and they're responsible for the cloud creation and weather manipulation programs. They're dark operations. That's why they're not out in the media.
I look around and I see people are starting to look up and see them. Many times I've spoken about chemtrails, and I get this blank look on my face. What are you talking about? I'm saying, look up. As a pilot, before I fly, I look up. And so, boy, they're really out there working.
When you look up at the sun and you see a white haze, that is aluminum floating in the air right now.
If you rule many, we all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man's trickery. Just a few, they rule the many. We all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man plans traps and trickery. Woke up this morning to a blue sky day. Planes overhead spread all my blue sky day away. Children ask your daddy, tell your mommy, look to the skies. Where have all the blue skies gone, all hidden in plain sight? Whatever happened to a blue sky day? Planes overhead spraying all my blue sky day away. Spraying out the sun, milking out the sky. Aerosols at altitude, at atmospheric heights. Jet planes making chemtrails, geoengineering of the skies. Street graffiti not allowed, but vandalized. Stratospheric sky. You think I'm crazy? Would you rather I don't say? Shall we pretend that it ain't happening, and it'll all just go away? Jet planes making chemtrails, making dawn raids in the sky. Lines are spread like spiders' webs, and that's making all of us to fly. Right in front of your eyes, right there in the skies, right there in your eyes, right there in the skies. You think I'm crazy? Would you rather I don't say? Shall we pretend that it ain't happening?
What we have to confront is a deep, systemic and structural restructuring of our world.
Street graffiti not allowed, but vandalized. Stratospheric sky, right in front of your eyes, right there in the sky, right there in your eyes. Right there in the sky. The few that rule the many, yeah, we all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man's trickery. It's the few that rule the many, we all got eyes to see. Some that just don't realize the rich man plans, traps and trickery. Woke up this morning to a blue sky day. Planes overhead spread all my blue sky day away. Children ask your daddy, tell your mommy, look to the skies. Where have all the blue skies gone?